Hello, my name is Kelsey Kennelly. I'm 20 years old and a senior at Aurora University. Like most people my age, my college has switched to online classes for the rest of the year, my job is on hold, and my various social plans have all been canceled or put online. All this change has thrown the world into a bit of a tizzy, so I wanted to take a few minutes to look at this whole situation to reflect on ways to make the most of our time in quarantine. I have high-functioning autism spectrum disorder, formerly known as Asperger's syndrome. This means that I have trouble understanding social norms, perseverate on my favorite topics, and struggle when my routine is disrupted. Why am I telling you this? Because oddly enough, my condition and my background of growing up homeschooled has given me a strange preparedness for dealing with quarantine, having spent most of my childhood at home doing things semi-independently. Quarantine has actually been almost enjoyable for me, and I want to help you enjoy your quarantine too. Even for people who aren't on the autism spectrum, routine is an important part of our lives. Disrupting that routine can make it very hard to function. Consider setting up a new routine for yourself. I recommend trying to get up at the same time every morning, even if that time winds up being noon. Make sure to give yourself plenty of time to get ready by way of showering, dressing, and brushing your hair or doing makeup. Remembering to do these things is super important, especially if you have to video conference all the time like I do. It is important to take care of ourselves during this craziness. It can be tempting to sleep super late and skip meals. Don't do this. Quarantine provides us with a unique opportunity to slow down and enjoy life a bit more, even if we can only do it from the comfort of our living room. Try your best to eat 3 somewhat balanced meals a day. Also, feel free to change things up a bit. Always eat TV dinners like I do? Try a new recipe or take the time to cook a bit. Too busy to cook? That's totally okay. With the world going nuts, you aren't always going to be at your most productive. Due to the coronavirus, hygiene is more important than ever. Be sure to wash your hands frequently and efficiently. If you go outside or have to go to the store, try to shower and change your clothes after doing so. And definitely don't take part in the so-called coronavirus challenge.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
One of the best things we can do during quarantine is to stay active. Take a walk around your neighborhood. Sit on your porch while you're drinking your morning coffee. And if the local park is still open, take a walk up there. Keeping busy is important to keep us from going stir crazy. Consider your indoor hobbies. If you don't have any, consider trying some new ones. Some of my hobbies, for example, are watching TV, listening to music, reading a book, cooking, playing with makeup, writing stories, and, of course, knitting. The family unit is one of the most important pillars of our society. But society's emphasis on always being on the go has caused many of us, myself included, to neglect our families in favor of social events, school, and hobbies. Whether we like it or not, most of us are quarantined at home with them right now. I think we should make the most of this unprecedented time and use it to reconnect with the people closest to us. One of the hardest things about quarantine is that we can't see our friends and neighbors anymore. Thankfully, we live in a time where video chat and instant messages exist. Use these technologies to their fullest potential to keep in touch with your friends, neighbors, and extended family. This quarantine also gives us an unusual opportunity for self-reflection. If you are religious, I highly recommend taking extra time out of your day to read your Bible or whichever religious text you ascribe to and reflect on it. Spend extra time in prayer and seeking the Lord in your life. For those who aren't religious, take a step back and consider your goals and aspirations. If you don't know where you're going in life, maybe this time can be used to look more objectively at your options, and maybe you'll find your answer. Though it's important to keep busy, we also need to take the time to rest during this trying time. Our world is going crazy, so a lot of us are having a trauma response to it. You may not feel particularly creative right now, and you'll probably just want to sleep all the time. This is totally normal. Don't beat yourself up over it. Allow yourself time to take a reasonable amount of naps throughout the week. I hope these tips have proved helpful to you. Now, excuse me while I go take a nap.